Hey, welcome to our small group fellowship. And this particular series is going to be based upon prayer. And where every week we're going to be praying for a different group connected to our body. On the first week we're praying for men. Second week we're praying for women. Third week we're praying for the couples. The fourth week we're praying for unmarried and young adults. And so we're coming and we're praying for these different groups. And today we want to start with the men. And I'm going to be reading Joshua chapter 1, and I'm reading from the King James Version. All right. It says, "Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise and go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. Every place the sole of your foot shall tread, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. From the wilderness of Lebanon unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their forefather to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from the right or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success." Verse 9, "Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest." Now, God is speaking to Joshua. They've come out of the wilderness, and they've already come out of Egypt. They've been in the wilderness for 40 years. And God says, you've been hanging out here in the wilderness for too long. Now, Joshua, I want you to take the people who are with you and lead them into the place that I promised them. But Joshua, you need to understand something. When you go into this place that I'm taking you, you're going to have to take dominion. And he tells him 3 different times. I said 2, but it's 3. He said 3 different times. He says, be strong and of good courage. He says it again, be strong and of good courage. He says it again in verse 9, be strong and of good courage. So here it is. I'm talking to every man, every person under your authority. God wants to bless, but he can't bless them until you rise up, be strong and of a good courage, and take your family, take the people connected to you into the place that God wants all of you to be. But in order to do that, you're going to have to be strong and of a good courage, because God wants to make your way prosperous, and he wants to give you good success. And so now we want to pray for our men. We want to pray that, number one, our men will understand and begin to have a sense of dominion operating on the inside of them, because God has called them to lead their families. And because God told Abraham, he says in Genesis chapter 18, he says, I can tell Abraham anything because I know he'll lead his family after him. And so now God wants to do something so amazing in your life, man. God wants to do something so amazing in the life of your brothers, the life of your sons, but he needs them to be strong. So we want to pray that God will cause a sense of dominion to rise in the men. We also want to pray that God will cause men to begin to stand strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, according to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10, that they will be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. And then that they would have courage, according to Psalm 27, where they say, the Lord is my light and my salvation, in whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? And so we want to begin to pray for our men, the men connected to this ministry and the men in your lives, that God will give them a sense of dominion, and then he will also cause the men in your lives to be strong and of good courage. Amen. God bless you. We'll see you next week.